Gentlemen, welcome back to the Daniel Federico show. It's been a long time. It's been actually, I don't know how long it's been, but it's been a long time. And today we're back with an interview with the JV Loop director, Vince Angelini. He's making his second appearance on the podcast. It's going to be a good one. We talk about week one. Week one just recently wrapped up. And yeah, we're here. But if you guys look at these two jerseys behind me, don't they look nice? That's the team that me and my brother are coaching, the JV Loop Welland team, as our season kicks off next Thursday at AMire at 8:30. Be there and watch greatness. It's Thursday Night Classics. Let's get on to the Vince Angelini episode. This started. All right. Hey guys, welcome back to the Daniel Federico show. And we're back with Vince Angelini, the JV Loop director. Week one just wrapped up. Vince, how did it go?
Buddy, you know what? I say it was like a banger this week. It was so good. There was so much hype. Great first week. What a way to start. Yeah, 100%.
That's what I like to hear. Just wait until the JV Welland guys suit up next week to play against the Meyer Purple at AMire at 8:30. But talk to me about what seems different this year than last year, because it does seem like there's a lot more hype into the JV loop than, yeah,
The
Nike,
jerseys.
the jersey. Look at these beautiful jerseys even behind
No,
me, and
man.
Vince is rocking them. Vince, you can still play football, it looks like.
I think I can. I'm gonna go out next week, I think, put some pads on. No, you know what? I'm telling you. So, and we talked about this, right? We were at they were at like 220 last year, kids. Six teams. We're at seven teams this year, right? We were almost at eight teams. We had a little thing going on. We thought we were gonna have eight teams. We had a team back out. A few issues there with fields and everything like that, but fine. We're at seven teams. I was at the game last night, at both games at Thursday night at Meyer, and there was just like such a different vibe. There was kids, they were like groupies. Like kids were coming from, like the Welland kids were all there.
Yeah,
There
I
were kids
saw them
from,
there last night. Oh yeah.
yeah. So there were all kinds of kids there last night, and under the lights, it was crazy. It was just a different feel, and even one of the coaches told me last night, son, it was just a different atmosphere last night. So compared to last year. So yeah, it was really good, really good.
I was there, and I had to scout the competition yesterday. How to go there, scout who we're gonna be playing next Thursday. But yeah, it seemed so awesome playing under the lights. All the kids came out too to support Ain Meyer. Even the other teams were there rooting. My Wowling boys were there scouting the competition, getting sent messages about the scouting reports and stuff. Them coming up to
We
us.
saw them.
We're ready to rock. But no, it seems fun. And it seems like something also for students at Amire, because I know it's what the two fields this year are, G Fest and Amire. It's something the students can do also, come out, support their friends under the lights.
Yeah.
And that's great. Is there any plans of next year? I know it's too early to think ahead, but
We're already
you
thinking
always
about
have
next
it.
year.
Yeah, you always have it on your mind. You have anything what
Yeah.
you're going to be doing next season?
You know what? And I said this before, like, small steps, right? So, I'd like to be at eight teams next year. I'll be honest with you, like, and I wanted to have that additional field this year. We do have the option of going to West Niagara, but unfortunately, there's just so much competition for fields in the area that we couldn't get Thursday nights. But or else, we could have had eight teams this year. Could have had another field. But hopefully next year we can get to three fields, maybe even four. Who knows?
That would
We'll
be
just have to see how things work out.
that would be awesome.
Yeah.
Let's talk about this. You had a nice little shout out from the Simone Lawrence. How does that do for the league and get it hyped up?
Yeah, man. You know what? Anything to get some credibility. We got guys like that. With Simone, hyping it up. We got Creative Fro to help us out with getting a plug there from him. So and I just think it. You know what I mean? Again, we're doing things the kind of the right way, and in growing, growing like that, and I think what, the more guys we get on board, I think the better it's going to be for the league, and the more people, more eyes we get on it, and you're going to start seeing it grow, right? So it's just all going to happen.
100%. So let's say you add another team into the season and you want to go for that eighth team. Is it always going to stay at the 4 weeks and then bowl games, or are you thinking of expanding it to playoffs?
Um, that's a good question. I haven't really thought about that. But I think really the whole intent is, we want to be done before, the end of June. Because again, you know what I mean? Want to keep the cost down because I mean, the more weeks you go, the more cost,
That's right. Yeah.
field costs, referee costs, everything costs, right? So I think at $200, like we raised the price a little bit this year. But at $200, like you can't beat it.
You
Like there's no way
cannot,
you're gonna do it. You
cannot.
can't, man. You're under the lights. You got Rob Clevin announcing the games every night.
Pretty awesome.
He was there last night
Yeah.
announcing, right? He was at G Fest as well the first night. He had some technical difficulties, but he'll be there this week. He'll be doing all the games. So yeah, like I mean, like I said, we want to keep it we want to keep it real. We want to keep the price down, and but we'll see. We'll see what happens.
And when you talk about Creative Fro, he's doing an excellent job. I've been watching the first three games that he's posted today and yesterday.
Yeah.
He's doing an amazing job. How big has he been with expanding this hype of this league?
It's been massive. Like, I talk to Clay all the time, and he tells me, he's like, man, he's like, he goes, I get the messages, the kids, did you get my video yet? He goes, did you get the highlights done yet? And they're always, the kids are always looking to get their videos. And if we, for whatever reason, if we're not, ourselves taping the game or whatever, and Clay's there taping it, the coaches are always look for that tape because they want to see what's going on, right? Um,
Exactly.
yeah. So just another way to kind of get better. But yeah, he's been helping a lot, and with him out there and and his social media, it lends us more credibility and gets us more exposure for sure.
100%. He's doing a great job. And I'm actually
Mhm.
very happy that we got game film too. So,
Yeah.
we're coming out here next week we call ourselves the Welland Warriors. We're coming out next week. We don't, and no one knows what we look like yet. So we're gonna surprise some people. It's gonna be
Well, I'll tell
awesome.
you, everybody wanted those jerseys. That's the
These are,
one
yeah,
thing
these
we
are
keep
I
hearing.
gotta say, these
Everybody
are the
wants
best
those.
ones. These are the
Yeah,
best ones. Or even the black one that you're rocking right now. Those are nice too. I really like those.
they
Those are
are.
my favorite. They
Well,
gotta
that
go.
St. Catharines team came out last night with the all black, the black jersey and the black pant.
Nice.
That was wild.
Yeah, that looked good. That looked really good. I really like the look of those.
Yeah,
Um, but let's go to this. So every week, I want to have you on every week. We talked about it before we started this too.
let's
Uh,
go.
let's do something every week. Let's do this. Let's do player spotlight. You can pick as many players as you want. Just give them a little spotlight. So they love hearing their names starting. Let's give her credits due. Do you have any players
Yeah.
from the week that just happened?
Oh man, I could pick like I could be on here. You could be doing 2 or 3 shows a week. You start picking player spotlights. But let me pick. I'll pick 3 guys that I recognize this week that I thought were just absolute studs. Lucas Landry,
Okay.
kid out of going into grade 12. He's at Governor Simcoe, playing DN. Absolute stud. He was a terror. I'm sure GFest just hated him on Wednesday night. So he was one playing D end. He's playing a little bit of I think it was left tackle.
Okay. Big
So that
guy.
was one. Yeah, yeah, very fast, like just strong, really really good. Um, my other one, I would say, out of St. Mike's,
Oh,
Anthony
okay.
Bertone.
Okay.
Same thing. DN played some left tackle. Kid's another stud, just like, humble and just, yeah, thanks, coach. Yes, coach. And just
Nice
get out
kid.
there, man.
Coachable kid. Coachable.
Oh, both of them are actually,
Yeah.
both
All
of
right.
them.
Perfect. Perfect. We
Yeah,
like
yeah.
that.
Bertone. Love that. Love the name. I love it.
Italian.
That's it. That's it. My third kid would be um, Gabe Murray.
Okay.
Gabe Murray. Remember that name,
All
Gabe
right.
Murray. You probably already heard of him. Kid's an absolute stud. Plays on our he's on our Meyer Junior team. Just watch this year. You're gonna hear that name every week. Gabe Murray.
All right.
Absolute
I'm gonna
stud.
lock that in the brain. And for the viewers too, lock that into your
Yeah,
brain
man.
too. Gabe Murray. But
Yeah.
I want to talk about one kid that I saw from the film that just was an absolute terror. I gotta say, it's your son. Your son, what a beast. Every time you give
Yeah.
this guy the rock, it's an automatic 5, 15, 20, 30 yards, touchdown, home run call. He's a
Yeah.
big guy. I gotta say, his name's Marco, right?
Yep. Yep. Yeah.
Marco
I put in
and
a lot of work this year. Tons of work with Rock Performance,
okay.
working out. Actually, the whole that whole Meyer team. A lot of the guys on that team were working out with Rock Performance, so they're
That's
always
good.
they're always getting their workouts in and stuff. Get a phone call there. Um, so yeah, he had an absolute banger of a game. So yeah, kudos to him. He was lighting it up for sure.
That's good. He's gonna be good. What grade is he going into?
He's going into grade 12 next year.
All
So
right.
yeah,
Big
but
big year for him.
yeah, for sure,
That's good.
100%.
Let's talk about next week's games. What are you most likely to see? I'm gonna list them off because I don't know if
Mhm.
you probably have so much going on. You got the kickoff next week's game. You got G Fest at G Fest against
Mhm.
West Niagara. You got 6:30 at A and Meyer, St. Catharines Black and versus St. Catharines Red, and all St. Catharines matchup. And at night you have the Welland JV boys going up against Meyer Purple. What's your spotlight game of the week?
Um, you know what? I'll be honest. I like because I like what I saw from uh G-Fest. This ain't your same old G-Fest. I'm telling you now, man. It's not the same run the ball down your throat G-Fest. They were like 50-50, pass and run, and it wasn't just running up the middle. You know what I mean? So they were doing a bunch of different stuff. They had some pretty trick plays. They got QB Cam, who can throw.
Hmm.
If you try
He
to
has
chase him,
wheels
he'll just
too.
yeah, he just run right out of the pocket. I forgot they got a kid running the rock there. What an absolute speedster! He was our MVP, one of the MVPs last year
All right.
for the G-Fest game in the JV Loop. Kids just like dynamite. Um, and West Niagara had a great game. They had
Yeah.
a great game against I think St. Catharines Black. They blanked them. I think it was like 20-0.
Wow.
So that would be my game of the week. And
All right.
I don't want to say the Welland Meyer Purple game because I'm coaching on that Meyer Purple team, so I won't say that.
Well, I'll see you on the sidelines.
Yeah, for sure, for
And then,
sure.
and then the next day we'll come right on. We'll come right back on here and talk about the game.
Yeah, yeah, 100%. Bet.
Bet. Is there
Yeah,
anything else you want to talk about coming up with this week? And or are you good? Because I have
yeah.
really nothing else to talk about. Just probably more check-ins every week.
Yeah, well, we'll do the check-ins. Just remember that same thing for this week coming up. Usually our games are Thursday nights, like all the games Thursday nights. But again, this upcoming week it's Wednesday night for the G Fest game and versus West Niagara, and then Thursday night for the other two games. And then the following week after that, we'll just be going to Thursday nights.
The Thursday night classics, just like how
Thursday
Simone
night
Lawrence
Catholic.
says it. We gotta
Simone, yeah,
love
he called
that.
that out. I was like, yes, like we're taking that.
I'm,
We're
I'm
gonna
gonna
take
I'm
that.
gonna I'm gonna put that promo in here, probably somewhere in this video, probably at the start or at the end. But the Thursday night classics are
Love
back
it.
in Niagara, and the rivalries that you haven't seen in a long time are back. I have to say that. The Catholic boys from Welland are ready to
Yeah.
play against the public schools in AMI and G Fest. That way they don't
Yeah,
really get to
man.
see each other anymore. So this is
Yeah.
awesome.
That's the other thing. Like this year's been so different. When I talk about there's 260 kids this year, and there would and I say this with all honesty, like there would have been way more if all those kids from Blessed Trinity, if we could have got the field at Blessed Trinity this year. Like I worked so hard to get that field, and it just didn't work out. We would have had 8 teams. We would have had 300 kids. Guaranteed 300. I had so many refunds and so many kids that they signed up waiting, hoping that they would, have that field and they didn't. And there was a lot of kids that didn't sign up because they were waiting to see what happened. We would have had those, we would have had all those kids. But the other thing, that I want to say is like you're getting, like I said, you're getting the Anthony Bertones, right? You're getting all these guys from, we got a bunch of studs from St. Mike's. Like it's wild. We got kids from St. Paul. We got a bunch of studs from West Lane,
I like
right?
that. West Lane
Welland
boys.
Centennial. You got the Welland Centennial boys up there. Like we didn't have any. I don't think we had any Welland Centennial boys last year.
Good.
right?
That's bad. Let's go.
Yeah, no, I'm telling you, man, it's the word's getting out. And after what I saw last night when I saw St. Catherine's, right, against St. Catherine's Red against Meyer Purple, man, they were banging.
Hmm. Heavy
The score
hitters.
didn't show it, right?
Mhm.
But they were hitting hard, and it was like, holy smokes! I'm like, these boys are out to play.
Oh
And the
yeah.
coach goes, yeah, he goes, man, he goes, is they're banging? I go, yeah, man, they are. Like they wanted it, right? And after the game, I saw a bunch of those kids I was talking to, and you know what? Their heads weren't down, man. They were happy.
Good.
They were content with that play. They played really hard and they gave it everything they got. So I was really proud of those guys.
That's what you like to see, especially out of this type of league.
Yeah,
That
man.
is this is all the mission. This is the mission for this league. Get better, develop, go in your fall season, dominate your fall season, and play
Yeah.
hard in this season, in this league. Because the harder you play, the better you look. Because every single game is filmed. That's what I gotta say to the kids. And for this is gonna be my message to Blessed Trinity for next year. Get a damn team out there. Get a
Let's
team out
go.
there and let's go. Let's get rolling. Let's get all the schools in here. This is what Niagara needs. And I'm gonna be totally honest. I think Niagara needs every single high school in this league and just
Hmm.
renew rivalries that we haven't seen in years. The public board versus the Catholic board. I'm gonna keep on saying it, and that's what it feels like when I go out and coach with the Welling guys. They're ready to play against the public school kids, and it's like a rivalry renewed that I haven't seen in years. And this is what this league is all about. Kids that have
Yeah.
passion.
It'd be nice to see. I know it's a lot of work. There's a lot of behind the scenes stuff that would have to happen for that um, to make that all happen again. I'm not, 100% privy to all that, but yeah, it would be so nice to see like the best of those Catholic kids playing, the best of those, public kids, and let's get it on, right? Let's go. But you know what? This year again, talk about what's different. Like shout out to a lot of those coaches, the St. Mike's coach, Antonelli, Bisky at Notre Dame, Babs for stepping up at Sir Winston, guys making sure their kids have equipment, to be in this league and to play. That's been massive. So kudos to those guys and to all the other coaches that were there last year. The Sowers, the Buchanans, Kemps, like all those guys, Nathan Green, Zach Silverthorne, all those dudes. This is their almost their third year around. Like obviously kudos to those guys, but especially those other guys who aren't, some of them who aren't participating and allowing their kids to have equipment. That's been massive for
That's
us.
that's a game changer right there. That's huge
100%.
for them. That's a game
Hey man,
changer.
they know because come September, I seen kids from last year, and I'll be honest, when I saw them, like, they need work. They came back this year, and I'm like, holy smokes, this is like a new man, and
That's the best.
kids on
That's the
fire,
best. That's that's the best. That's what you want too. You see a
100%.
kid that needs development, and this league is perfect for it because trust me, I haven't seen what the other coaches do at practices. I haven't seen that, but I know what we do, and we really are patient. We be patient. We will fix the little things,
Yeah,
even though if we have to do it over and over and over again, we'll fix it just because we know in the fall when you go to your actual coaches, they're ready to win right away. They're
yeah,
not gonna have the patience to fix those little things. So you fix those little things in this league. That's a message for all the players. The little things that you need to work on it in this league and bring it to your fall season. And you'll create your coach's trust right away, especially those kids that are playing in junior right now that are about to make the hop to senior. That's where you have three different age levels in there. You have grade 11, grade 12, and
yeah,
12Bs. So yeah, bigger guys, bigger competition. You got to go out there and steal someone's job, one of your friends' job. And that's what I kind of been talking about. And fix the little things, go in, create the coach's trust, and the rest will be history. Get looked up by some schools or CJFL teams.
yeah. No, 100%. We have some unis coming out in the next few weeks.
Ooh,
Tomorrow,
that's
hopefully.
big news.
Yeah, man. Hopefully we can get some out to Welland. So I'm going to work on that. I've talked to a few guys, so hopefully we can make that happen.
Yeah, that would be awesome. We got a lot of heavy hitters on our team that
Yeah. Oh,
just wanna play.
you've got some uni guys there for sure. I seen that list. I know I've coached some of those kids. There's uni kids there for sure.
Oh, 1000%. Oh, wow, these guys are all they know is football, and that's the
Yeah,
best. That's the
100%.
best.
Yeah, yeah, no, for sure. Bet.
100%. Bet. Anything else you want to talk about, or we good? And then on to next week, and I'll see you next week.
Yeah, 100%. Hey, come out to the games. Like that's all I can say. This Wednesday and this Thursday night. Wednesday at 5:30 at GFest, and then Thursday night at Meyer, starting at 6:30. Come out, support your boys, and let's go watch some football.
Let's go. And if you can't make it, the film will be posted on Creative Fro Sports.
Let's
The film will
go.
be there right the next day, and you can
Yeah,
watch it. And if you can't make it out, your kid's playing, and you still want to watch them play. Watch it for the next watch for the next day that on that YouTube channel, the film will be there. But thanks, Vince, for
100%.
coming on. I hope we'll see you on the sidelines next
All
week.
right, brother. We'll see you.
Take care.
All right.
What's up, football fans, especially my high school football fans? JV Loop is doing classics every Thursday night. They changing the game of football. Y'all gotta come and pull up and support the boys. Go JV Loop.